If you give sadaqah and you give it to an organization, charity organization, and that charity organization takes the wealth that you gave for the sake of Allah and they misuse it, you, the giver, inshallah, you get your reward. And the sin and the misconduct of this charity is not on your neck. They will come the day of judgment, they will be asked, interrogated, dealt with severely if they don't repent from it and rectify this mistake. They will be dealt with it severely. They took the wealth of the masakin and the fuqara, they took their wealth. The punishment that awaits them is severe. And it's sad, wallahi. Sad that people would take wealth that was given to fuqara and masakin to feed them, and they would put that money into their own pockets. What they're going to do to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala when they stand in front of Him and they get questioned. They chose darahima ma'duda. They chose pennies and pounds of other people, fuqara and masakin's rights. They chose to take that. And the fire of Allah tabarak wa ta'ala, yani that's what their nafs gave them. Serious. And yani it's something that should scare any charity organization who's fallen short in this regard. I should fear Allah tabarak wa ta'ala. My knowledge of these charity organizations is close to, and I don't like working with charity organizations. I don't like that because I don't like taking money for what charity give and put it in my pocket. I don't like it. أما مسألة فقهية is it يجوز أو لا يجوز مسألة. Like, I don't like it personally. That money, I believe it should go to the people who are masakin and the fuqara. There's been a stretch on the concept of وَالْعَامِلِينَ عَلَيْهَا. Stretch. And people are taking so much money from the charity and they're putting it in their own pockets. And again, my statement is not applying to this charity or that charity or this and that, because as I said, my knowledge is very limited. I don't get involved and I don't know it, to be honest. And Allah knows subhanahu wa ta'ala, even when I travel to give da'wah and teach and go to masajids, I don't take any money from these masajids when they give it. I don't like taking money. Not because I'm pious or righteous, it's because I know this money will be asked the day of judgment, will be asked. It's money, and it prophets and anbiya and rusul. Hungry. قُلْ مَا أَسْأَلُكُمْ عَلَيْهِ مِنْ أَجْرٍ. I'm not going to ask you reward for what I call you to. Today, if I didn't have no money, had nothing in my pocket today, am I going to stop da'wah because of it? Should never stop. Even if I didn't have anything, you should still give it. So the idea that a person makes money from the deen of Allah in general and becomes millionaire and is not giving back to the community and the fuqara and the masakin and those who are in need of it, I think itself is something that you have to revisit your heart. And look at what your heart is like. You see a person go to a masjid for a lecture, and if he doesn't get paid by that masjid, and they don't give him money, he's never going to come back to that masjid again. He's upset with it. Maybe he might even put conditions to go to that masjid or that country. He said, I won't come unless I get this hotel, I get this flight, I get this, I get that. So this whole idea, we need to fear Allah tabarak wa ta'ala as du'a to people who are in the scene of the da'wah, or calling the people to Allah tabarak wa ta'ala as religion. I genuinely say this. Da'wah is not going to make you money. It shouldn't make anyone money. It shouldn't make you money. If you're going to teach the people the deen of Allah, teach them lillah.